In this video, I'm going to take you all to the land of France, home to the most famous landmarks, delicious food, and the best songs I've heard in a long time. France has everything, but hidden behind this beauty of a country, it has its media. France has produced cartoons that are neither renowned everywhere or are famous but don't get talked about that much. Now, usually when making a top 10 list, I often give you my opinion on certain media, but this one's different because I'm going to be explaining facts about these things, but I am going to be putting my opinion down on them, but where I put them, from 5 to 1 is going to be my opinion, but everything else said in the everything I say about them is just going to be fact. So without further ado, on to the countdown. Number 5. Angelo Rules. Angelo Rules is a French television programme that aired on Cartoon Network from 2010 to 2022. Despite being criminally underrated, Angelo Rules has grown a fan base of its own, getting a whopping 94% of people liking it, and 4 seasons. Now this may come as a bit of a surprise, but Angelo Rules is actually the very first show to come out in the 2010s, and that is clearly my opinion, am I right? Number 4. Augie and the Cockroaches. You've probably seen this show at least once in your life. It's like a more exaggerated version of Tom and Jerry, but aside from that, the show boomed in popularity and became a mainstream success, getting up to 8 seasons and a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Number 3. Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Who would have thought this show came from France? I mean, I didn't when I first seen it. But surprise, surprise, it is. There's not really much to say about this show other than it's a typical superhero story. But what I do know is that it was created in 2016 and became popular in both France and abroad. Number 2. PJ Masks. It would be more than just an understatement if you have heard about this show. The show was created in 2015 and aired on Disney Junior and got up to 5 seasons. But there was more than just 5 seasons. The show was so popular that it managed to get its own Xbox game and tons of merchandise. Number 1. Asterix the Gull. This show does not need that much of an introduction since it is the most popular show in France. So popular that it ended up getting its own theme park and tons of movies, with the latest one being Asterix and Obelix, which unfortunately bombed at the box office, and a few animated ones that came out around the mid-2010s. He's been around since 1967, and most of the younger people have never even heard of him, but if you ask the older gentlemen about him, then they will most likely say, yes, I've heard about him. If you happen to come across this show, I do recommend watching it. It has good soundtrack, good visuals despite being 60 years of age, and so on. That is it for this video. Please subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.